Welcome to Pulse Album of the Week. You're joined with Spike.
And Adam.
Today we're talking about Rumors, a little Fleetwood Mac. Man, it's about time we start talking a little Fleetwood Mac.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
they got a lot of good albums, but by far, this is the one that stood out to me.
Absolutely.
This is the one I've been listening to since I was a kid. This is the one, I go to my grandparents' record collection. My cool grandparents, I might specify. I've got a heavily religious set of grandparents and then a pretty cool set of grandparents. And so I'd go over to their house and I'm looking through their records, and this is one of the ones I stumble upon. And so I've been listening to this one since I was a kid. This one has a lot of meaning to me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, Rumors is a wonderful album. I'm very, very, very excited to finally get into Fleetwood Mac. Of course, I've also been listening to them for a while, and a couple of these songs, as we'll get into later and we'll talk about, have been some of my favorite songs of all times. And
well, I mean, like,
beautiful.
Never Going Back Again is a song that I've heard since long before I discovered the actual album.
Oh yeah.
Everybody knows that iconic guitar riff and everything. It's just like some of these are ingrained in your head. Even if you don't know you love Rumors, you gotta love Rumors.
Oh
man.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, and with the front runner, well, I wouldn't say the front runner. Of course, I always, like, it's not really a two-piece band, but I see two people in Fleetwood Mac, as in
Mick Fleetwood and
Stevie Nicks
and Mick Fleetwood.
and Mick Fleetwood.
Yeah, surprisingly, I know the drummer is kind of like the front man almost, but you definitely can't say that there's just two people in this band. I mean, they've got a heavy, together they make a heavy freaking set, man.
But yeah, no, for the reason that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, when Lindsey Buckingham left the band, they needed two people to replace him because his riffs and his guitar solos were unbelievable and unmatched.
I mean, he's like lead guitar, he is lead guitar, so it's like he
is
played
guitar.
He played a very important role, man. I don't know how he managed to fill all that sound without a rhythm guitarist, but he did, man. He really stepped up to play and did a lot. He comes in right on Secondhand News, and it's like his vocals are underrated in my opinion, man. He can sing. He's got that golden voice that people talk about, man.
And I might be I don't know. Yeah. Didn't Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, were they dating?
Oh, I'm sure they had a little thing going on. They all kind of seem to screw each other. But specifically Christine and John, they really had a little thing going on. The bassist and the keyboardist, they really had lots of, there was some heavy turmoil in that relationship. They were, married and stuff, and then they ended up kind of going through divorce. Actually, the recording of this album was kind of you could kind of watch the downfall of their marriage. They were recording an album as their marriage just completely fell apart.
Yeah. I mean, Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham they dated for, 6 years?
Really? 6 whole years? I didn't know that.
Or 4, actually. They were together from around 1972 to their breakup in 76. Where actually just before they broke up just before they recorded their blockbuster album in Rumors.
Wow, man.
So, of course, the song "The Chain" means something.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Come on, all these songs have heavy meaning, man. They're talking about cocaine, they're talking about sex, they're talking about all of it, man.
Oh yeah.
I just kind of want to start with a little bit of fun facts here, man.
Wait,
everybody's coming here. They're waiting to hear some cocaine-involved stories, man. So you know about the intense cocaine usage of the band, right? I mean, it's just ridiculous. These people were doing cocaine left and right. I mean, if you put all the cocaine on a table that just Mick did, not even the whole band, if you just put all the cocaine that Mick did in one line, it would be 7 miles long. It's ridiculous, They were just doing it left and right. They actually had a little baggie underneath the mixing console at the studio. That was consistent in the studio. They had a little baggie full of cocaine underneath the mixing console, and the mixer would kind of distribute it. The band would make the call. They'd be like, "All right, time to come back into the studio. Let's get a little ready and record a song."
Get a little wired and just.
Yeah, let's get a little wired and let's get the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? And so he'd go in there, and they would just do a couple bumps, go back to recording.
Yeah,
that was just a consistent with the band, man.
That sounds to be consistent with a lot of these bands. Like
Oh yeah.
Queen did it.
Oh yeah.
All these
Just like 70s
hard rock.
bands,
Yeah.
man. It was a real consistent. It was part of being a rock and roll artist. You kind of did it,
Yeah.
and that was, just imagine if the shenanigans that went on in the studio, like for the recording of Rumors, happened today. It's like they would shut it down immediately. Nobody would let their band do a bunch of like it was part of the production cost.
Yeah.
Like it was ridiculous. It wasn't like the band was just doing cocaine and then they were also recording an album. It was like the production cost literally went to cocaine. Like
Mhm.
it was together,
I mean, back in the 1970s when, of course, this album was recorded, and a lot of these bigger albums that, like, bigger bands have made,
Yeah.
cocaine grew significantly in the 1970s because, well, it got more smuggled, and it actually they sparked something called the cocaine boom, and that's of course where it just had so much of it in our country, and people just doing them because it keeps getting smuggled in.
Yeah, man.
And well, it's peaked at 1980. In the 1980s, and I mean,
that was a different
yeah.
level. Once it got to the 80s,
oh gosh,
then it was like that was definitely the peak of cocaine. Then it was like businessmen going to strip clubs doing coke. It was ridiculous, man. It got people were unhinged in the 80s, man. But yeah, man, the recording of this album and just like the 70s rock in general really led up to this crazy cocaine history.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Should we
we could talk endlessly about cocaine, man. These people just loved it, man. So you know what? Let me throw a couple other fun facts out there.
Oh no.
So, this is an interesting one. Kid Rock, right?
Kim, yes.
He shot all the Bud Light because he hates transgender people.
Yeah, my dad's friend actually was their main producer, and
No way.
we do not have very nice things to say about Kid Rock. So let's just get on going.
I know
without
that's why
talking about
this is why this is an interesting fact. Secondhand News was sampled by Kid Rock on his track "Wasting Time." I know. I could not imagine Kid Rock being a Fleetwood Mac fan.
No.
And I'm kind of upset about it too. It's like you can't mix Kid Rock with Fleetwood Mac. What's going on here?
I'm getting into it. My dad talked to me about this because I wanted to. Of course, his friend knew Kid Rock, and he's a big Kid Rock fan. But I have grown further away from Kid Rock because he is so mean to his staff.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's a consistent, man.
Like, I mean, like, there's some people like I'd assume whoop-de-doo, these guys are doing cocaine and stuff like that, but I'd assume they're at least nicer. But Kid Rock was a total piece of crap.
Oh my gosh.
In a male body part. Like, he's a total different person than he is on stage than he is off stage.
Oh, entirely, man. I don't particularly like to say I'm not a big fan of musicians on this show, but let me tell you, I'm not a big fan of Kid Rock. Just everything he did to contribute to that Bud Light fiasco, it was like it was unnecessary, man. Why do you got to be so mean and hateful and all that stuff, man?
I mean, is Kid Rock what genre is Kid Rock?
Like new metal, maybe. That'd be a good way to describe it.
Let's actually look this up. I'm the guy.
But I feel like that's kind of ridiculous. Kid Rock had the privilege of sampling Secondhand News. That just caught me off guard, man.
Kid Rock's genre is a blend of rap rock, hip hop, country, and hard rock.
Just disgusting. I mean,
gross.
Just disgusting.
You are.
And
disgusting.
You know what? Let's leave it on that because that's what we think about Kid Rock.
You're disgusting.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. All right, back onto it. Stop talking about Kid Rock.
There was so much going on this album, and just left and right, there was a bunch of stories, man. For instance, the recording of Secondhand News. I'm sure you know this one. This is one of their big ones on the album. Yeah, that drum line is a little bit different than most drum lines.
Mm-hmm.
They actually used a leather chair. I know.
That's cool. That's what I love about music. Like, of course, we talked about Paramore's Brand New Eyes like a couple weeks ago, back in 2025, and of course on one of their songs, oh gosh, what was it? Misguided Ghosts. They were playing, like, the drummer was playing a magazine for the drums, and that's what
Oh
I
my
love
gosh.
about music. That and you can't like basically you can recreate it, but it's not going to be as good because you have these special things that
Everything just lined up.
yeah,
in the
everything
moment.
you have these special ways to make music and like whoop-de-doo like do you know Charlie Puth?
Charlie Puth, yes,
Yeah.
with the light switch. Is that
Yeah,
what
that's
you're
what
gonna
I'm
talk
trying to
about?
get at. Like he made a song with a light switch.
Yeah,
How
man.
do you do that? And I bow down and I respect the people that can just go around and just start banging things and be like, I'm gonna make a song because of that.
I know, man. I really appreciate that people can make music from anything.
Yeah,
Because music shouldn't be restricted to drums, guitar, bass, vocals. It shouldn't be restricted to these
No.
confinements.
like an
Music,
actual instrument.
music is like expands as large as space expands, man. Just it's endless. There's a never-ending amount of things that you can play, and just that was a good contribution from Fleetwood Mac.
That's true.
Kind of just letting the world know you can freaking play a chair, and it sounded great, by the way. I mean, just like you wouldn't even know that it was a chair. You just know it's great, man.
It just sounds amazing.
All right, we've been talking for a minute. I want to give them a little music here. What do you say?
Let's hit him with it.
All right, this is Don't Stop on 88.7
The Pulse.
If you wake up, don't hold a smile. If it takes just a little while, open your eyes, look at the day. You'll see things in a different way. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. Why not think about times to come and not about the things that you've done? If your life was back to you, just think what tomorrow will do. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. All I want is to see you smile. If it takes just a little while, I know you don't believe that it's true. I never meant any harm to you. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. Don't you look back. Don't you look back. Don't you look back.
Welcome back to 88.7 The Pulse. You're listening to the Pulse Album of the Week. You're joined by Spike.
And Adam, sorry about me like scrambling. My pen just broke.
Oh my gosh, it was an explosion. You guys just missed it. We were jamming out to Don't Stop, and he's just fiddling around, and then bam, man. Oh man, crazy stuff in the studio. But anyways, man, let's get back into it.
All right,
You know,
let's hit him.
that one, I love that one. That one's my father's favorite. This is one of those ones that, like, when I discover an album, usually there's a couple songs on it that I come to the album from, and like I listen to the rest of it, and this was one of those. I discovered "Don't Stop" and "Never Going Back Again," and between those two songs, I was like, you know what, they got something here. Let's listen to the whole thing, man. And so that was kind of where I discovered this whole album, man. But
Yeah,
anyways,
Pen's gone.
Yeah, Pen is done.
I can unfixable.
Well, I want to talk a little bit about the production of some of these songs.
Oh yeah,
like
this is favorite part. Love
everybody's
productions.
everybody's favorite. Well, I shouldn't say everybody's, but at least my favorite is "Dreams," man. That
Such
song,
a good song.
that bass line, it's just ridiculously good. It's kind of in the back of my head
Here you
constantly at all the
go
times.
again, you say you want your freedom.
Yeah, man. We'll give you a little bit of that later, man.
We'll give it
Don't
to you.
worry. But anyways, let me tell you, the production of this was ridiculously like compressed, man. Some songs come together very slowly, man. Sometimes you've got 1,000 ideas that you discovered over years, and you just kind of put them together and you make a song out of it. But some songs, it's just like in the moment, something happens, and you're like, that's a good song, man. So Stevie Nicks, she's a dirty girl. I hate to say it, but she is a dirty girl, and she was in Sly Stone's bed. Are you familiar with Sly Stone?
Who's Sly Stone?
Sly Stone from Sly and the Family Stone. One of those
Um.
classic bands that was like kind of on the same line of James Brown, real funky back in the 60s, 70s, that kind of thing. And so they were hanging out, man. She was in Sly Stone's red velvet bed, things were going down, and she was just kind of chilling there after the fact, just looking up at the sky, and it just came to her, man. In 10 minutes, she managed to write this song well in Sly Stone's bed. That's just how some songs come together. It's ridiculous, man.
I love the production of songs. It's so funny. Where like you just, oh my gosh, I'm doing something really crazy. I'm skydiving, and I just thought of a song. Like these musicians are ridiculously talented to just go in.
They
I
can
can write songs.
recognize, they
Yeah.
can recognize when that moment comes and when, like, that's a song, man.
It's insane.
And,
I-
you think she'd be a little distracted. She's in this red velvet bed with Sly Stone. It's like, you think that's the last thing she'd be thinking about. But nope. She saw the moment. She took advantage of it. And, man, what a great song.
And Slide Stone, unfortunately, he passed away June 9th of last year.
Really? Wow,
Yeah.
man. I did not know that. He meant something to me, man. I've got a couple Sly and the Family Stone albums. When I was first getting into music hardcore, I was a funk man. Interesting, you might not know that about me, but I was always a funk man. I was heavy James Brown, heavy Bootsy Collins, that kind of stuff. And Sly and the Family Stone was definitely in the mix.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty disappointing, man. I don't know how I didn't hear that till now. Wow.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
That's me grieving. Jesus. A lot of them go, man. Musicians
mean-
back then, they just can't, they don't survive it, man. They don't survive the time. And
One of them did.
which
Freaking
one?
Ozzy, bro. How did
He-
he survive
He
that?
survived it for about 78 years, which was just ridiculous. That guy should have died at 40 for sure.
Yeah, I think he was just like a decomposing body at that point.
Oh yeah.
He died when he was like maybe 45, and then he just kind of just decompose, and he's still alive.
They just kind of tied strings to him and were
Yeah, he's
using
just a
him like
puppet.
Because what would the world do without Ozzy? It took like 30 years of preparing the world for Ozzy's death before they could like tell us.
Yeah.
Because what a disappointment that would have been, man. All right, let me tell you. You know what? Let's get back into the cocaine, man. This is what everybody wants to hear about this. So, just the cocaine production, the cocaine use, I should say, not the cocaine production. They weren't making it. Was ridiculous, man. And Stevie and Christine, they literally wore diamond and gold crusted cocaine vials around their neck just at all times.
Yeah.
Like that was just the norm. And that was part of the production cost. These diamond and gold bottles. It's like, what is your money going to, man? Mick Fleetwood like legitimately, seriously considered crediting their dealer on the album. Like genuinely was gonna put his name on the credits. I mean, what? That's ridiculous. I mean, but I almost agree. It's like cocaine was probably half the production cost. It
Yeah.
was $1 million. They probably spent 500,000 of that on coke, just straight up, man.
Yeah.
I'm just being real with you.
And I mean, like, it's weird what rich people do with money.
I know, man.
Like they had so much money for this album, and
This is what they wanted to spend.
this is
it
what
on.
they wanted to spend it on. Let's go just buy the entirety of the Coke production. And I'm like, okay, go for it.
Well, man, you
Do it
know,
all. They
well,
did.
the only reason that they didn't credit their coke dealer on the album was because he got killed right
Whoa.
before the album. I know, he just got murdered, and they were like, you know what? Probably shouldn't credit a dead man. Man,
That's awful.
I know. That's how into it they were, man. They were at that high of a level, man. This was before the cartel and all that stuff. They had the guy, you know, they had the one guy, and he got killed, man. What a story. So that's why the coke dealer is not credited on the album.
But I want to know how he died.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I can figure that out without anybody telling me. You know, just as all the other drug dealers die, man. You go to rip somebody off, or you know, you just get yourself into a situation you can't pay somebody back or something, and then bam, you're done, man. You know, that's a hard career to be in, man. There's a lot of mystery to it. You could die at any point, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know this sold 45 million copies worldwide.
Oh my.
Can you believe that? You know, this is one of the most successful albums of all time. It just kept selling, man. You know, to this day they're selling. I mean, just
Oh, gosh,
2024 on Spotify they reached 5 billion streams or something like that.
Oh, re.
It just doesn't stop. I know, man. It's ridiculous, man.
That's crazy.
You know, that's kind of where I'm listening to all my music too. I've probably put 100,000 plays on that. I probably contributed that much, man. This is like
I
constantly
am
in the
all
background.
5 billion streams.
Oh,
That's
honestly,
all me.
yeah, for real, man. I've worn through 7 records. Just the needle just goes right through, man. Hey, man, you know what? Let's put them on to another song. We've been
Are you
talking
hitting
for
them
a
out of
minute.
the song?
That's what I'm thinking. You know, this is the song that kind of introduced me to him, and this is the song I've been hearing. You know, in the Goodwill, in the Walmart, whatever. You know, you're just walking around and you hear this one, man. It's never going back again on 88.7
The Pulse.
She broke down and let me in. Made me see where I've been. Been down one time, been down 2 times. Never going back again. You don't know what it means to win. Come down and save me again. Been down one time, been down 2 times. Never going back again.
Welcome back to 88.7 The Pulse. You're listening to The Pulse Album of the Week. You're joined by Spike.
And Adam.
Oh, man. You know, that one's just too short. I've always said that. That one just doesn't go on for enough time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always looking for, like, I think, you know, that's what, a 2-minute song? A little over 2 minutes? That could have been a 5-minute piece right
Yeah.
there. They could have just repeated that song.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man.
It's honestly, I'm still getting the hang of it, of saying my name after your name.
Oh, I
After
know. It's
we
hard.
lost Lance and then Ian.
I know. We're losing people left and right, man. You better not go anywhere. I swear.
I'll try not to.
I need you, man.
I'll try not to. I'm not failing my classes, so.
Yeah, man. You're not a dum-dum. All right. Well, let's get back into it, man. You know, let me tell you a little bit about another production of a song, man. Songbird. You know that one? That kind of
Yeah.
piano piece, that nice melodic, kind of calm vibe. That one, that's one of my favorites because it really changes the vibe of the album. You're going through these songs, and then it gets to Songbird. It's like, wow, this is calm, man. You come from Go Your Own Way, and you get to Songbird, and
Yeah.
it's just a change of pace, and I really like that. It's like a ballad, if you will. But anyways, that song was written in half an hour. On one of those cocaine-fueled nights by Christine. She just stayed up all night, and just it came to her. And within half an hour, she had the song, and she had it down. And so the next day, they're at this venue, and it's just an empty like theater, like a 500-seat theater, something like that. Some ridiculously big, just empty theater. And so they set up about 15 microphones, and they just put her right in the middle, and she just plays the song on piano, man. That's an interesting way of recording a song. Most of it was done in their luxury studio, but they decided to step away, get into a theater, and kind of get that big sound to it. I think it really contributed to the big sound.
Yeah.
And 15 microphones, isn't that a little much?
No.
No, you don't think so?
Nah, you need 20.
Yeah, you're right. You know what?
Yeah, that's very excessive, honestly.
But if you're in like a 500-seat venue, you put one on the balcony. You've got like 3 on the balcony, then you've got some just in the back. You got some directly against the piano.
Yeah.
So I could kind of see it. If you've got that big of a venue, kind of use your space a little bit, man. The production, the budget was endless, so they could do whatever they want. They could rent out 500-seat theaters. They could buy 20 microphones and put them everywhere, and then
Yeah.
dispose of them afterwards if they wanted to. It just did. The cost of things wasn't relevant.
That's cool. That's really cool.
I know, just a little fun fact there,
Yeah.
man.
I'm honestly kind of shocked that we're not doing Go Your Own Way on this album.
Oh, I know, man. That one's
A really good one.
that's a
Like like I said, it's hard. It's hard to do a good album and not put all the songs on it.
I know, man. We're restricted to about 3 or 4 songs,
Yeah.
and that really cuts us down. Because I could think of, so we got 4 songs here. I could think of at least 3 more that I definitely want on here. I love Gold Dust Woman. I love Go Your Own Way. I love Don't Stop. I love Second. Oh, we played Don't Stop. Don't get
Yeah.
myself confused here. Yeah, Don't Stop. I could go without that band. But Secondhand News, that was a hard one to leave out, man. That one.
Yeah.
It's the opener.
Of course, The
it gets me going.
Chain and Dreams you had to play.
Oh yeah. Well, Dreams, it was like there was never any question. I came in and just immediately we agreed on that.
Oh yeah.
But The Chain, that
I
was pretty
put
good.
that one on this.
No, but I completely agree, man. I really like that one. I really like some
Yeah.
live performances of that one. I think they really did it justice. They were good live performance, man.
Oh yeah.
That's another thing I forgot to talk about a little bit is they were a studio band, but they were also like a live band. Some bands were kind of restricted to one or the other. Like I think now this is my personal opinion. I think the Beatles did a lot better in the studio.
Yeah.
And I think the Grateful Dead, for example, did a lot better live. And to have that balance, that was a pretty tough balance to have, but they've kind of mastered it pretty well. And The Chain, I heard a version of that they recorded in 1997, so 25 years after they released the album or something, and they still had it, man.
Oh my gosh.
They got Lindsey Buckingham back, and holy crap, that was actually the last time they ever performed it. Fun
Yeah.
fact, they've never performed The Chain again as Fleetwood Mac after 1997.
Yeah. I actually kind of want to go not really on a side tangent, but it's about quote unquote it's about Fleetwood Mac. It's really about Stevie Nicks.
Okay, tell me.
She came into town to Phoenix
Yeah, I
with
remember.
Billy Joel.
Oh, I remember. I was gonna go and see that show, but tickets were like $150 for a balcony seat. I was like, oh my god, yeah. They came to Chase Field,
Yeah.
and that was a hard one to pass up. But yeah, I
Um,
remember that. Yeah.
I was fortunate to have gone.
Oh, you did?
It was hands down the greatest show I've ever been at.
No way.
I love Green Day so much. That is the close second, but this was my out of I don't care who is there with me. All I'm basing it off of is I don't care where I sat. All I'm basing it off of who's there and how did they sound.
And how was their stage presence?
Oh my gosh, it sounded amazing. Of course, Billy Joel is that he is a on stage guy. Like
Oh
he
yeah,
is,
no. He's the master of the
I'm using air quotes here. You can't see it because you're in the car, but he's like, oh my gosh, his crowd work, air quotes, his crowd work is phenomenal.
Oh yeah, no, he has control, man. He takes that microphone and he's the commander of the stage. But, you can't forget Stevie Nicks can
Yeah.
do it too, man.
Oh yeah,
She definitely has control. But hold on, let me get something straight here.
Deal.
So, it was Billy Joel was opening the show, right?
no.
Billy Joel was the closer.
Stevie Nicks opened.
Stevie Nicks opened?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Man, what a strong set list. That's what makes a show. The closer is always great. Just like the closer for Green Day was great, but it's like, what is your openers?
Yeah.
If you've got a solid opener or solid two openers, that makes a show.
Yeah, when you're looking at like let's look at Innings Fest, like what's happening in Tempe this year, and like openers for Blink 182. This is insane. This is the Sunday.
Okay.
You have Bowling for Soup. Do you know them?
1985.
Yes. You have Switchfoot,
Okay.
Public Enemy,
Okay.
and Sublime.
They
Are
got
opening
Sublime?
for Blink 182.
Man, Sublime should be the closer.
That's close.
Personal opinion. Because I think Sublime, I don't know, I just like it better.
And opening for Mumford & Sons. I don't think Mumford & Sons should be the closer in this, but it's fine. On Friday, it's the Goo Goo Dolls, Miles Smith, and Group Love. Oh, Jesus.
Nah, I feel you, man. Yeah, man. That's a strong openers, man. So that's going to be a show. Wow, I'm excited, man.
I'm very excited. I might be going to all 3 days.
Wow.
Oof. That's going to be a hell of a week for me with all the concerts because I have 3 days, and then the Tuesday, I'm going to see Makeout Reef with one of my friends, and we're also the people that are opening as they're called Practically People, who local band here in Arizona. I highly recommend listening to them. Very good. But yeah.
So I've seen some videos of Stevie Nicks performing at that concert, and man, she's like, I don't know how she's kept it up. She was no like shy lady when it came to all the drugs and whatever they did back then, and so it's like, how has she held up so well? She can still get up there and really take the microphone and take command. What did you think about her performing? Like,
Oh my gosh.
was
like-
it up to par?
Oh yeah,
What you
absolutely. She like I wouldn't say she sounded how she sounded like on the mix
Mm-hmm.
because you can't really do that unless you mix it live, and I don't really like mixing it live.
Mm-hmm.
But holy, it was phenomenal. Like she sounded amazing, even though whoop-de-doo she did some blow in her days. Like
It didn't seem to affect it, man.
no, not at all. Like and even when she actually did a cover of a song by oh my gosh. Oh, come back to me. I gotta get it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I saw that performance and I was shook, man. It's what 2024 or something like that, and she's still doing it, and she's still like pretty, man.
Should we hit him with the next one?
Yeah, let's go ahead and hit him with the
All
next
right,
one.
let's
What
hit
do
him
you
with-
think?
This is my personal favorite on this album. I'm very excited for you all to hear it because I know you have, and I know you like this song. This is The Chain by Fleetwood Mac on 88.7
The Pulse.
Listen to the wind blow,
Welcome back to 88.7 The Pulse. This is the Pulse album of the week. I am joined here with
Spike.
and my name is Adam, and we're still talking about Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. And, you know, we just got done with The Chain, and this was a phenomenal song. And by the way, I fixed my pen.
Ah, wow.
You can have your pencil back.
Ah, yes. Thank you,
Oh,
sir.
and it's now on the ground.
That's all right. You know, another fun fact here, man. This album actually won Grammy of the Year in '77.
I wouldn't, what's it called? I wouldn't doubt it. It's a phenomenal album.
I know, man. You know, that didn't surprise me at all, but, you know, it just goes to show the level of this, like, success of this album.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It was completely, you know, it was part of the Grammy Hall of Fame. And another thing, Rumors was actually selected for preservation by the Library of Congress's National Recording.
Really?
Yeah, they preserve this album. Like, they did what they had to. It'll be around for hundreds of
That's
years.
so, you know what's funny about the whole like national whatever that one was, whatever you just said.
Yeah, the National Recording Registration.
There has only been one video game soundtrack to ever be put into it. Do you want to guess?
Let me
what it
guess.
is?
Let me guess. It's either Halo
'Kay.
or it's the Call of Duty soundtrack. Or could it be Mario?
None of those three.
None of those three. Let me give you like two more. Hold on. It's definitely not Zelda. I'm stuck, man. Tell me.
It's the Minecraft soundtrack.
Yes. Oh my God, I didn't even think of that. That makes my heart feel so.
By
good.
what, C418 or something? I think.
Yeah,
his name
yeah. I know. I know
C418.
exactly what you're talking about, man.
That entire soundtrack was the only video game soundtrack to be put into it, and you know what? It deserved it. C418
Absolutely.
is phenomenal.
I wasn't
He
even
did a
close
great
to
job.
guessing that because I was like, okay, this has got to be some classic, like, okay, maybe Halo.
Oh, yeah, Minecraft's
early Halo.
In my eyes, it's the greatest game of all time.
Oh, we could talk about that all day, man.
We could.
Absolutely, Minecraft is number one. Nothing's
Most
even close.
sold, and okay, why? My bad. Let's get back to the music.
Yeah, no, this is like a whole nother episode, man.
Yeah.
I could talk about that.
Like,
all
we
day.
just should just do a C418 episode one day.
Yeah, we should.
That'd be
honestly.
fun. That'd be fun.
Man. Here, can I tell you a little funny story?
Hit it.
Okay. I know I'm coming back to the Coke a lot, but you guys gotta hear this one. Okay. You know, so like I was saying, they had that little baggie underneath the recording engineer's desk, and they would come back in occasionally, do a bump, go back in, record some more songs. And so one of the times they make the call, McFleetwood and Lindsay, they made the call. They're like, all right, I'm coming back into the studio. Let's get a bump. Let's get back into this. And so he comes in, and the recording engineer had replaced their baggie with talcum powder. And so they come back in expecting some Coke, and so the recording engineer, as his job usually was, he pulls out the little baggie. He's getting everything ready. And as he's like getting ready to dump it out in the mirror or whatever, he just sprays it everywhere, just all over the floor, everything. And Big Fleetwood and Lindsay were about to literally like kill this guy. I mean, can you imagine, you know, you're your Coke fiend, you need some more Coke, you got the Coke, you got a huge baggie of it, and then this guy just all over the floor, you know? And so they were about to kill him, man. It was like things were getting intense. But thank God, you know, everybody just bursted out into laughter as soon as they started to see like some real anger, fear in their eyes. And so they'd realized they'd been bamboozled. But some
Bamboozled.
yeah, man. Those are some of the shenanigans that went on inside of this album, man.
That's funny. They gotta calm down with the cocaine.
I know. Could you just imagine, you know, you're fiending like these people were,
Yeah.
and then it just gets sprayed all over the floor? It's like, you better be careful, man. You're gonna get murdered like the plug.
Like the dealer,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. You know, this album means so much to me. You know, just talking through it, like, I know that it's a little crazy, but some of these stories about the cocaine and stuff really, I shouldn't say inspired me, but just made me like, I don't know. I always found it fascinating and made me want to listen to it more. The stuff about the cocaine and just the crazy production of this album, you know, it was so luxury. The studio was so luxury. I mean, they had like a game room. They had like
Whoa.
clouds in the sky in the studio.
Where was the studio?
You tell me, man. But I couldn't tell you, but I'm pretty sure it was probably in somewhere in Europe because they were, you know, heavily European band. But I might be wrong there, actually.
It was the Record Plant Studio in Sausalito, California.
Okay, so I got that wrong.
Sausalito.
Yeah, man. So they were
I'm not sure.
recording it in Sausalito, California. You know, it was really what a time to be alive. And I was always just completely inspired by it, man. And it meant a lot to me.
Oh my.
Listening to this album, this was one of those first albums that I discovered along with like Abbey Road
Yeah.
and like Black Sabbath Master of Reality and stuff like that. This was one of those ones that really kind of developed my taste for music. And I've got a lot of thanks for Lindsey Buckingham specifically. He was always kind of my inspiration in the band. I was a big fan of Stevie Nicks, but you know, her only contributing singing, she never like inspired me as much as like Mick Fleetwood. He inspired me a lot too.
Yeah.
Here's a little interesting opinion of mine. I feel like it's a little bit of cheating just to be a singer in a band. It's like either you have it or you don't have it. Either you're a singer or you're not a singer. And it's like if you can sing, it's too easy for you. You know, whereas an instrument, it's like anybody can play it, and so you have to put the work into it.
Yeah.
And so for that reason, I've always kind of looked at Stevie Nicks as a bit of a cheater. But man, can she sing? Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, she can sing.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, to go back onto the record plant in Sausalito, California,
Mhm.
I looked it up because I wanted to know who all played there.
Yeah.
They recorded Hotel California there.
Oh wow, man, Joe
Appet-
Walsh was great.
Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses.
Ooh,
Talking Book by Stevie Wonder.
wow.
Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen. Volume 4 by Black Sabbath. Load and Reload by Metallica. Parallel Lines by Blondie, and Rock and Roll John Lennon. And of course,
Oh,
you
wow.
got Madonna, Beyonce, Christina Aguilera, and like Justin Timberlake, and a couple of other people.
Could you imagine
That is a
what
that
these
is
walls would
insane.
say? Like if they could speak, like holy crap, you know, the volume 4 of Black Sabbath, like man, I've heard some crazy stories about the production of that, like Ozzy back with the cocaine, man. You know, this seems to be the cocaine studio. They just
Oh yeah,
endless stories, man. What an inspirational studio, man. Hopefully I'll get to see it someday.
yeah. This album was a really fun one to listen to, and like I'm very happy that I'm doing this show, cause you know I wanted to widen and make my my music taste a little better. And,
Yeah,
like,
man.
Widen it
And
and
if-
like
If
go
you're
for anything.
if you're looking to expand your musical taste and this isn't part of your repertoire, get on it, brother.
Yeah, you would need to do some more expanding.
Yes, sir.
But
you need
like
to open your mind.
I was literally just listening to The Chain like maybe 3 days ago because like I listened to it on repeat because you know.
Oh yeah,
It's such a oh my goodness.
it's so
It-
catchy, man.
that's the type of song that just like you're driving down the highway,
Then all of a sudden,
totally
your foot
going the
hits
speed
floor.
limit,
Totally.
and it's amazing.
Then all of a sudden, you're going about 130. How did I get here?
Then you see that your 2002 Toyota 4Runner broke its starter because you accidentally went over 90 miles an hour. Sorry, true story, but that's fine.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I broke my starter, but it's fine.
Man,
it's-
don't if
It's
you
fixed.
if that can happen to you, you better not listen to any good music in the car, man. Be
It's
careful,
fine.
brother.
It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, no, I loved this album. It's a big part of my life, especially these two songs. Actually, 3 songs: "Dreams," "Go Your Own Way," and "The Chain," are phenomenal.
These are kind of like specifically Dreams. It's kind of like the soundtrack to some of the best memories I have in my life, and so I'll forever remember this entire album as
Yeah.
you know, very close to my heart, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So what do you say? Let's put them on to this last one.
Let's
We've been
put 'em-
talking a lot.
Yeah,
You know, it's about time that they hear it. Yeah, this is the song that means everything. Give it to them.
this is probably their best song on this album. They're off their hit album Rumors, their second track. It is "Dreams" by Fleetwood Mac on 88.7
The Pulse.
Thanks for listening.
All right, see you guys. Bye.
Bye bye.